In the early 1950s, casting for The Wild One began. The film's producers aimed to capture the raw energy and rebelliousness of post-war youth culture. For the pivotal role of Johnny Strabler, the leader of the Black Rebels Motorcycle Club, they chose Marlon Brando. Brando's brooding intensity and method acting style made him an ideal fit. His recent success in A Streetcar Named Desire also helped secure his casting. Playing opposite Brando as Kathie Bleeker, the love interest, was Mary Murphy. She was chosen for her girl-next-door charm and ability to hold her own against Brando's intense charisma. The supporting cast was filled with up-and-coming actors who could embody the spirit of rebellion. Among them were Lee Marvin as Chino, the rival gang leader, and Robert Keith as Captain Hanson, the small-town sheriff. Chemistry tests were crucial in determining the dynamic between the lead actors. Brando and Murphy, in particular, had to strike a balance between attraction and tension. Their scenes together were carefully rehearsed and refined to ensure the right emotional pitch. The film's audition process was rigorous, with many hopefuls vying for a chance to be part of this groundbreaking movie. Those who made it through had to prove they could bring the necessary grit and authenticity to their roles. One pivotal moment during casting involved Brando's iconic costume, the leather jacket, tight jeans, and tilted cap that would become synonymous with the film. Initially, Brando was hesitant about the outfit, fearing it might appear too exaggerated. However, after trying it on, he realized its power and used it to further embody Johnny Strabler's defiant spirit. In the end, the cast of The Wild One came together as a perfect storm of talent, timing, and cultural relevance, creating a classic that continues to resonate today.
Let's go.
The Wild One, directed by Laszlo Benedek, is a classic film known for its groundbreaking portrayal of youth rebellion. Benedek's approach to this movie was characterized by his desire to explore the restless spirit of post-war American youth. Influenced by the social changes of the time, Benedek aimed to create a raw and authentic atmosphere in The Wild One. He drew inspiration from documentary filmmaking, using handheld cameras and natural lighting to capture the energy of the biker subculture. This creative choice gave the film a distinctive visual style that set it apart from other movies of the era. Benedek's collaborative spirit was essential to the success of The Wild One. He worked closely with the cast, including Marlon Brando, to develop their characters and bring realism to their performances. Brando, in particular, was encouraged to draw upon his own experiences and emotions to portray the brooding, complex character of Johnny Strabler. The director also collaborated with the crew to create an immersive environment for the film. Production designer Nathan Duran and art director Robert Peterson were tasked with designing sets that reflected the gritty, unpolished world of the biker gang. Their work, combined with Benedek's vision, helped to create a film that has endured as a powerful exploration of youth culture and rebellion. In bringing The Wild One to life, Benedek's directorial vision was focused on capturing the raw energy and complexity of post-war American youth. Through his innovative approach to filmmaking and his collaborative spirit, he created a classic film that continues to resonate with audiences today.
Hey, the rebels, come on! Yeah, it looks like Johnny's here.
Hey, come on, let's get out of here.
The Wild One is a 1953 movie that has left a lasting impact on many. For instance, it sparked my interest in motorcycle culture. You might be surprised to learn various funny, shocking, and sad facts about this classic. Starring Marlon Brando, this movie showcases his unique acting style and brooding charisma. His portrayal of Johnny Strabler remains iconic. Do you have a memorable experience related to The Wild One? Perhaps it's your favorite punchline or a scene that resonated with you? We'd love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. As for me, I vividly remember watching Brando's powerful performance and feeling inspired by the rebellious spirit of the movie. The Wild One's influence transcended the screen, leaving a mark on popular culture and fashion. Stay tuned for some intriguing facts about this groundbreaking film. Prepare to be shocked, amused, and moved by the untold stories behind The Wild One.
Now look, Johnny, out there I think you got me a little wrong.
The Wild One, a 1953 movie, was set in the thrilling world of motorcycle gangs. The set design for this classic film was quite a task. To create an authentic atmosphere, the production team built a whole town, complete with a garage, a bar, and various buildings to reflect the small-town America feel. They even went as far as to pave the streets and plant trees. When it came to filming locations, the team chose several spots in Northern California. The town of Hollister, famous for its real-life motorcycle rally in 1947, was a significant inspiration for the movie. Scenes were also shot in Santa Cruz and San Juan Bautista, adding to the film's rugged, carefree aesthetic. However, filming this movie was not without its challenges. The production faced opposition from local residents who feared the film would glorify gang violence. Additionally, the rowdy behavior of the actors playing the motorcycle gang members led to several clashes with the community. To capture the thrilling motorcycle scenes, the filmmakers employed innovative techniques. They used specially designed camera rigs attached to the motorcycles, allowing for dynamic and exciting shots. This technology was groundbreaking for its time and added to the film's overall appeal. Despite the logistical challenges and community pushback, the production team persevered, creating a classic film that continues to resonate with audiences today. The Wild One's impact on popular culture is undeniable, leaving a lasting mark on the world of cinema.
You have to get your name engraved on it, whatever you do. It's important to you. You don't give something like that away.
The Wild One, a groundbreaking movie from 1953, continues to captivate audiences with its exploration of rebellious youth culture. This film, starring Marlon Brando, showcases the story of the Black Rebels Motorcycle Club and their arrival in a small California town. Brando, born in 1924, delivers a powerful performance as Johnny Strabler, the leader of the motorcycle gang. His portrayal of a young man seeking freedom and identity resonates with viewers even today. The supporting cast, including Mary Murphy as Kathie Bleeker, adds depth to the storyline and creates a memorable on-screen dynamic. The Wild One gained notoriety for its depiction of motorcycle gangs and the impact they had on small-town America. The film's release sparked controversy and debate about the influence of popular culture on youth behavior. Despite the backlash, The Wild One remains a classic study of post-war disillusionment and the allure of the open road. Shot in black and white, the movie's visual style enhances the raw, gritty atmosphere of the story. The cinematography captures the freedom and exhilaration of motorcycle riding, as well as the tension between the bikers and the townsfolk. The soundtrack, featuring rock and roll tunes, further underscores the film's themes of rebellion and self-expression. In the end, The Wild One serves as a time capsule of the 1950s, capturing the spirit of a generation yearning for something more. The film's influence can be seen in various aspects of popular culture, from music and fashion to literature and cinema. The Wild One continues to inspire and intrigue, leaving a lasting impact on those who experience its power.
That's him!
What's all that? What's all the noise?
In the 1953 movie, The Wild One, music played a significant role in complementing the narrative and emotional tone. The score was primarily composed by Leith Stevens, who skillfully crafted music that subtly yet powerfully enhanced the film's impact. Stevens' compositions were a blend of jazz and early rock and roll, mirroring the rebellious spirit of the film's central characters. The main title theme, for instance, featured a raw and energetic saxophone solo, setting the stage for the defiant attitude of the motorcycle gangs depicted in the movie. The composer also incorporated a sense of restlessness and tension through his use of repetitive motifs and dissonant chords. This was particularly evident during scenes of confrontation or high-speed chases, where the music intensified the sense of danger and lawlessness. Interestingly, the film's most memorable musical moment did not come from Stevens' score, but from a song featured in a pivotal scene. Black Denim Trousers and Motorcycle Boots, performed by the Cheers, became an instant hit, and a fitting anthem for the outlaw biker subculture. The song's upbeat tempo and catchy lyrics contrasted sharply with the film's dark themes, adding a layer of irony and further emphasizing the character's detachment from mainstream society. Musicians involved in the film also contributed to its unique musical identity. Legendary jazz trumpeter Shorty Rogers, for example, played a significant part in shaping the film's jazz-infused sound. His distinctive style and improvisational skills brought depth and authenticity to the score. In crafting the music for The Wild One, Stevens and his collaborators created a soundtrack that not only complemented the narrative and emotional tone, but also stood as a powerful symbol of youth rebellion. The music's raw energy and defiant spirit resonated with audiences, leaving a lasting impact on both the film and popular culture.
Hello, Dorothy.
In The Wild One, Marlon Brando's character tried to enlist in the army during World War II, but was rejected due to a knee injury. When the Korean War began, he was called for a physical examination and initially reclassified as 1A, but the military ultimately rejected him due to mental health concerns. Lee Marvin, who also appeared in the movie, struggled with alcoholism during the filming of The Professionals in 1966. His behavior became increasingly erratic, causing tension with co-star Burt Lancaster. Producer-director Jules White suggested that Angela Stevens, who appeared in several Three Stooges shorts, change her stage name to something more appealing. She took his advice and adopted the name Angela Stevens.
You're right. Kathie, go see if you can find your...
Consider the opening scene of this classic, The Wild One. The camera focuses on a group of bikers, led by Johnny Strabler, portrayed by Marlon Brando. The director, Laszlo Benedek, uses low-angle shots to emphasize the bikers' power and rebelliousness. Brando's performance is iconic. His nonchalant attitude and signature leather jacket create an enduring image of cool. The cinematography, with its stark black and white tones, adds to the gritty, raw feel of the scene. This opening sequence sets the stage for the rest of the film, establishing the bikers as outsiders and hinting at the chaos to come. Another memorable scene occurs when the bikers arrive in the small town of Wrightsville. The townsfolk are both fascinated and terrified by the bikers' presence. The camera work here is masterful. Tight shots of the bikers' faces contrast with wide shots of the town, highlighting the stark contrast between the two worlds. Brando's performance is nuanced. He exudes a quiet menace, but there are moments of vulnerability that hint at his character's deeper emotions. The film's impact is undeniable. The Wild One is often credited with popularizing the image of the motorcycle gang and cementing Brando's status as a cultural icon. The film's themes of rebellion and nonconformity continue to resonate with audiences today. In a 1971 interview, Brando reflected on The Wild One, stating, "I think The Wild One had some impact, some effect on kids. They saw in that film a certain freedom, a certain wildness, a certain wild joy that they didn't see in their parents or in their homes." Indeed, the film's impact extends beyond its entertainment value. It serves as a snapshot of post-war American culture, reflecting the disillusionment and restlessness of the time. The film's enduring popularity is a testament to its power and relevance even decades after its release.
Hey, I want this man arrested. He wants me arrested. You guys hear that? He hit me.
In the 1953 movie, The Wild One, Marlon Brando played the leader of a motorcycle gang, but in real life, he didn't always see eye to eye with the film's Hungarian director, Laszlo Benedek. The idea for the story came from a real-life incident in Hollister, California, in 1947, which marked the beginning of the outlaw motorcycle phenomenon. Over 4,000 cyclists descended on the small town, doubling its population, and causing chaos for 3 days. The ensuing riot resulted in 50 injuries and over 60 arrests. However, filming such an event accurately would have been challenging, given the large number of cyclists involved. Interestingly, Marlon Brando's former Mulholland Drive home once shared a driveway with his The Missouri Breaks co-star, Jack Nicholson. After Brando's death, Nicholson bought the property from his estate. The two actors had worked together in the 1976 film, but their connection went back even further, as they had once been neighbors.
Hi, Johnny.
Well, thank you.
The Wild One, a 1953 movie, left a significant cultural and social impact on audiences. Starring Marlon Brando, this classic resonated with viewers, particularly teenagers, due to its raw portrayal of rebellion and nonconformity. The film's themes of youthful angst and disillusionment struck a chord, reflecting the post-war restlessness many young people experienced. Influencing pop culture, The Wild One popularized the iconic image of the motorcycle-riding bad boy, as embodied by Brando's character, Johnny Strabler. This anti-hero archetype permeated music, literature, and fashion, inspiring everything from rock and roll to the mod movement in Britain. Moreover, the movie contributed to discussions on relevant social themes. It explored the consequences of societal expectations and the allure of escaping conformity. The Wild One can be seen as a precursor to the counterculture movements of the 1960s, highlighting the growing divide between generations and the desire for change. The film's impact transcended its time, leaving a lasting impression on popular culture and societal attitudes. Even today, it serves as a reminder of the complexities of youth, the power of rebellion, and the enduring allure of nonconformity. This classic's legacy continues to influence and inspire, inviting new generations to step into its world of rebellion and self-discovery.
Now, if you're gonna stay cool, you got to wail. You got to put something down. You got to make some jive. Don't you know what I'm talking about?
In the 1953 film, The Wild One, Marlon Brando played a significant role that revealed his initial reluctance to appear in movies glorifying certain lifestyles. Brando, known for his objections to playing mafia-related roles, initially declined to appear in The Godfather due to his disagreement with the subject matter. However, he later changed his mind and agreed to a screen test, securing the role of Don Corleone. Interestingly, Brando also backed out of a role in the 1972 film Child's Play just before filming began. He had initially signed on to play the role of Joseph Dobbs, but later changed his mind when he realized that James Mason had the better part. Brando's decision to leave the production left producer David Merrick no choice but to find a last-minute replacement, Robert Preston, who struggled with the role due to overprojection. Furthermore, Brando was expected to make a cameo appearance in The Godfather Part 2, but failed to show up due to a salary dispute. Brando had not been paid for his role in The Godfather, and thus refused to appear in the sequel. These incidents highlight Brando's complex personality and his occasional reluctance to take on certain roles, even when they were offered to him by renowned directors. Despite his occasional disagreements with filmmakers, Brando's contributions to the world of cinema remain enduring and intriguing, leaving a lasting impact on the art form. His portrayal of characters such as Johnny Strabler in The Wild One continues to resonate with audiences to this day.
All right, let's go.
Released in 1953, The Wild One quickly became a talking point among critics and audiences alike. The film, which stars Marlon Brando, received mixed reviews from critics. Some praised Brando's performance, while others criticized the film's portrayal of youth rebellion. The New York Times' Bosley Crowther, for instance, criticized the film's glorification of juvenile delinquency, but conceded that Brando's performance was extraordinary. Similarly, Variety magazine praised Brando's superb acting, noting that he registers strongly in a role that calls for a brooding, silent type. Despite the mixed critical reception, The Wild One was a hit with audiences. The film's raw, gritty portrayal of youth rebellion resonated with young people, and it became a cultural touchstone of its time. In terms of awards, The Wild One received one nomination for Best Film from the British Academy Film Awards. While the film did not win, the nomination was a testament to its impact and cultural significance. The accolades that The Wild One received are significant for those involved in the film. For Marlon Brando, the film's success helped solidify his status as a Hollywood icon and one of the greatest actors of his generation. For the film's producers and directors, the critical reception and awards nomination were a validation of their creative vision and risk-taking. Overall, The Wild One remains a classic of American cinema, and its impact and influence can still be felt today. The film's portrayal of youth rebellion and its exploration of themes like identity, conformity, and rebellion continue to resonate with audiences, making it a timeless and enduring work of art.
Haven't you anything to say?
I didn't kill no.
In the movie The Wild One, Lee Marvin, who later expressed his disdain for the film The Dirty Dozen, played a significant role. Marvin, who served in the Marines during World War II, developed strong anti-war feelings. These feelings were better reflected in his preferred films, Hell in the Pacific and The Big Red One. Robert Keith, who played Marvin's father in The Wild One, had a notable marriage to actress Peggy Twissell. Their marriage took place in 1927, while Entwistle was the female lead in the Broadway hit Tommy, and Twissell's greatest fame came posthumously in 1932, when she committed suicide by jumping from the Hollywood sign. The Wild One's lead actor, Marlon Brando, has appeared in 7 films that have been selected for the National Film Registry. These films include A Streetcar Named Desire, On the Waterfront, and The Godfather. Brando's performance in The Wild One helped establish his reputation as a talented actor, which was further solidified by his subsequent film roles.
Away. Get up, break it up. Come on, put these back. All of you.
In the early 1950s, a groundbreaking movie called The Wild One took the industry by storm. This classic film, known for its rebellious spirit and iconic performances, had a production process filled with intriguing anecdotes. During the casting, Marlon Brando, who played the lead role, was initially hesitant. He had concerns about being typecast as a rebel. However, his agent convinced him to take the part, assuring him that it would be a significant opportunity. Brando eventually agreed, bringing to life one of the most memorable characters in cinema history. The film's director, Laszlo Benedek, was relatively new to Hollywood, having previously worked primarily in Europe. He brought a unique perspective to the project, which contributed to the film's distinctive style. Benedek and Brando reportedly had a few creative clashes during filming, but these disagreements ultimately led to a more compelling and nuanced portrayal of the characters. One unforgettable moment during filming involved a motorcycle accident. Brando, an experienced rider, was performing a stunt when he lost control of his bike and crashed. Thankfully, he only suffered minor injuries, and the production was delayed only briefly. This incident, however, added an element of authenticity to the film, as Brando's character was known for his love of motorcycles. The film's release was met with controversy, as some critics felt that it glorified juvenile delinquency. Despite this, The Wild One became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring a generation of young people and leaving a lasting impact on the film industry. In post-production, the film underwent several changes due to censorship concerns. Some dialogue was altered, and certain scenes were cut or modified. These adjustments, however, did little to diminish the film's power, and The Wild One remains a compelling and thought-provoking piece of cinema to this day. In retrospect, the making of The Wild One was marked by challenges, creative conflicts, and a touch of serendipity. The result was a film that not only captured the zeitgeist of its time, but also continues to resonate with audiences today.
Let me talk to you. All right, you guys, break it up. Come on.
In the early 1950s, Marlon Brando was a rising star in Hollywood, turning down significant roles such as a Hamlet production in England with Laurence Olivier. However, he accepted the leading role in the movie The Wild One, which was later widely released as a double bill with The Big Heat in the US. Brando's career continued to flourish, and he remained selective with his roles. However, his decision to play the title role in The Island of Dr. Moreau in 1996 turned out to be a misstep. He received the Worst Supporting Actor Razzie Award for his performance, beating Burt Reynolds by a single vote cast by Razzie Award founder John Wilson. Despite this setback, Brando's impact on the film industry remained significant. His decision to play the lead in The Wild One helped establish his career and solidify his status as a Hollywood icon. The movie remains a classic, showcasing Brando's talent and contributing to his enduring legacy in the industry.
I've seen enough of you guys to last me forever. Now hit the road. I mean right now, get going.
The Wild One, a 1953 movie, holds a significant place in film history. Its raw and rebellious portrayal of biker culture left a lasting impact on future filmmaking. The film dared to challenge societal norms, providing a platform for exploring themes that were considered taboo at the time. This classic is often credited with bringing the anti-hero figure to the forefront of cinema. The protagonist's defiant attitude and nonconformity resonated with audiences, inspiring a wave of similar characters in subsequent films. Moreover, the cinematography of The Wild One was innovative for its time. The use of handheld cameras and natural lighting created a gritty, documentary-like feel, setting a precedent for future films seeking to capture realism. The Wild One also had a profound influence on fashion. The iconic leather jackets and blue jeans worn by the actors became a symbol of youth rebellion and are still synonymous with biker culture today. In the years following its release, many films drew inspiration from The Wild One. Easy Rider, a 1969 film, is a notable example. It follows a similar narrative of biker rebellion, echoing the themes and style of The Wild One. In addition, the film's impact extends beyond cinema. It has been referenced in music, literature, and even television shows, solidifying its status as a cultural touchstone. The Wild One's legacy continues to influence popular culture, demonstrating its enduring appeal and relevance.
Okay, come on.
Oh, what about him?
Come on.
Oh, frog face, dear friend.
In the 1953 film The Wild One, Marlon Brando played a pivotal role that would later influence Robert De Niro's Oscar-winning performances. De Niro paid homage to Brando by referencing his famous lines from On the Waterfront in Raging Bull, both of which earned him Academy Awards. Brando's impact extended beyond his on-screen performances. In his 1976 biography, he openly discussed his personal life, including his experiences with homosexuality. His honesty challenged societal norms and contributed to his reputation as a trailblazer in the industry. Furthermore, Brando's commitment to his craft was unwavering. To play Don Vito Corleone in The Godfather, he had to lose a significant amount of weight, demonstrating his dedication to his role. In summary, Marlon Brando's legacy in Hollywood is undeniable. His groundbreaking performances and personal revelations have left a lasting impact on the industry and continue to influence actors today.
Great. I thought I was really living it. I had me a...
The Wild One, a 1953 movie, remains a classic in the world of cinema. Did this film leave an impression on you? We'd love to hear your stories. Perhaps you were captivated by the rebellious spirit of the characters, or maybe the groundbreaking performances resonated with you. This movie might have even inspired your own movie-watching journey. We invite you to share your memories and experiences related to this classic. How did it impact you personally? Did it influence your perspective on cinema? Your engagement can enrich our cinematic exploration. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the world of film. Let's keep the conversation going.
Saw you. I haven't seen you since.